Hi, welcome back to another episode of Is It Worth It, where we share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly of renting out your RV through Outdoorsy and RV Share. Quick recap of our channel. We are part-time RVers. We are a family of 5 from Minnesota. Last year we started renting out our 21-foot Heartland Mallard bunkhouse. It went pretty well. So we bought a second rig this spring, and now we have a little rental business. And every month we do an update and we share with you what's working, what's not working, what we're doing new and different, and we share with you some interesting things as well. And we also share with you how much money we're making. So to start off, what is new? So we got some new stuff. I actually bought a 150 watt portable suitcase solar system. It was kind of on my wish list for a while to get one. I always kind of wanted to try it out for boondocking for ourselves, but we had a couple that were taking our rig out for 10 days up north, and they weren't going to have any power, so I thought it'd be a good chance to get this and to have it, test it out. I do want to offer this as a package, maybe $10 a night for somebody to add on to the rental. But these people were really nice, and I just let them use it for free because I wanted to see how it works. And yeah, it's a $400 unit that we bought at Gander RV, and they said it worked great. It kept the battery charged the whole 10 days they were up there, so kind of a nice little upgrade. I bought, our Grand Design has a set of Anderson levelers. A really nice system. I bought a set for the Mallard too, so we have consistent equipment all around. I bought a set for each camper. They're valve stem tire pressure monitors. It's not an electronic system with a monitor in your car. They're just little things you put on your valve stem that show green when the tires are good, and then if they fall below 10%, it'll show red. Got good feedback from my renters. It's just kind of nice peace of mind for them and us to do just a quick glance at the tire to see if it's good or not. We did a checklist, put together a checklist for arrival and departure that we leave in with each rig for the campers to use, because you throw so much at them during the walkthrough. It's kind of nice for them to have another little reminder. And along with that, I did a setup and operation video for the Grand Design. And again, I got a lot of good feedback from that.
Really helpful.
Yeah, so we actually sent a link out to that video to every potential renter, and it just really makes the walkthrough a lot easier because they can come to the table really knowing what to expect. And when they're on the road, it's a good reference too. They can grab their cell phone and rewatch the video, and it'll explain how the sewer hoses work and whatnot. Another new thing we did, we set our minimum nights for rental from 2 to 3. We started doing this. We didn't want to scare anybody away by losing a 2-night rental, but we thought to really make it worth our time, we upped it to 3 nights, and so far we haven't seen a drop off in reservations or anything, and I think we're going to keep it at that because the demand's there. We can do that. And then also the security deposit, we were at $500. We raised that to $750, and I don't know, doing some research, it seems like a lot of people, have even more, 1,000. I've even seen 1,500. So but for now we have it at $750. We might reevaluate down the road, but that's kind of some of the new things we're doing this month. Do you want to talk about some issues that we've had?
Yeah, so I know we brought this up last time, but running late still continues to be a consistent issue. We're okay with 15-20 minutes, but you put your life on hold, and we've gotten 2-hour long waiting times for people to come. We have left the keys with the renter twice, and thankfully they live close or whatever, or we would be willing to go pick them up too, but we have had someone not strap the table down, so when they got here the table had dumped over. It didn't cause any damage, but also the sliding door, it's a full-size door in the master bedroom, and if they don't button it with there's a little strap with a button on it, the thing will just go flying all over the place during travel and cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a nice door that Grand Design built in there, but it's like they didn't build the hardware around it sturdy enough to keep it in place, because it's a solid wood door, and it just has this flimsy little cloth strap and one little plastic guide for the door to go into. I'm gonna find a way to beef it up myself, but that's been an issue.
And even like the button came off the strap, and a renter actually repaired the button and brought it back, so that was really
thanks
nice.
Again, that was above and beyond.
We've had a few things go missing, like a level hose, a chair, hand soap, Lysol. I think just with dads and kids helping empty the camper, they don't realize, what mom brought and what she didn't.
And it's hard. Like, we don't have an inventory list of
Yeah.
100 things to check when they come back.
Yeah.
And, we're not going to nickel and dime them over a $2 thing of soap.
No.
Although at my level, I would like to have that back.
Yeah,
but-
there you go.
Okay.
We had to make our first insurance claim. We can't talk a whole lot about it. It was through RV Share, so it's an open case currently, and then we will eventually address it. So far, it's been really good. Outdoorsy with their long hold times, and they're really struggling. It's been super busy because of COVID and everyone deciding that RV rental is the way to do their family vacation. So it's just crazy. Plus, they had that media spot on national TV, and it's just, you can sit on hold for a couple hours.
Yeah, they're overwhelmed.
Yeah, and I found that if you just call super early in the morning, 8 o'clock at night, the hold time is nowhere near the same as in the middle of the day. And then a scary thing happened with our Vshare. In general, they've just been really, really good, but we were camping ourselves, and I had some bookings that came through while we were gone, and got back home. I'm checking my paper calendar, making sure everything is okay, lining up right, and saw that there was a double booking. And so on our Vshare, I had 2 people that were allowed to book at the same time for the same camper. And then on top of it, I go to my August calendar, and almost every booking is gone off there. So they could have just continued to book. So I called RV Share, and they took it pretty seriously, and I'm sure they're working on the technical issue. Unfortunately, I did have to cancel one of the ladies, and that felt, I was sad for them, but they had just booked 3 days ago because, like I said, we were on a camping trip. So it's not like they had it booked for 2 months and then I had to cancel them.
Hopefully that's a one-time glitch.
Yes.
Another issue we've been having is with the black tank. We've had several people now not dump the black tank, and I don't know why that is, because I make it very clear. My instructions, I think, are pretty clear when they head out on how to do it, but they're coming back, and we're checking the sensors, and it's showing 1/3, 2/3, whatever, and every person has said, I dumped it, I did, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes who knows, maybe the camper wasn't level and they just didn't get all the stuff out, or maybe the sensor was a little dirty. I don't know what it is, and technically, we do tell people we could charge you $40 if we have to go dump the tanks when you get back. And there was one time where the sensor was showing it was full. I go to dump it, and really nothing came out. So the sensor was dirty, and that happens. But just seems like I've been this last month. I've made a lot of extra trips to the dump station. We're lucky. There's actually a dump station at Holiday that's free, and it's only 1.5 miles from our house. So it's really not that big of a deal. It's just kind of an extra pain. Some interesting things this month. It's kind of fun. You talk to these people you rent your camper out to, and they go to such a wide variety of different places, and you get to learn through them about different places to go. We had one couple go out, and they taught us about this app called Hip Camp, which we've never heard about before. It seems like it's kind of a cross between Harvest Host and kind of a standard campground app, where it can be some businesses, but it can also be private parties that maybe they have 40 acres with a lake, and they set up their own little campsites that you can use for $10 a night. Kind of a new little option that we might look at in the future. We had a family go out, and they told us about this fun little resort up by Superior, Wisconsin, and we looked into it, and we're booked for September. So you find out about a lot of new places through your renters. Those are the new things, the issues, and the interesting things we've had in the month of June. Let's take a few minutes, and I'll show you the spreadsheet, and we'll talk about how much money we've made this month. Okay, before we look at our rental income, let's look at our June calendar. As you can see, there was a lot going on this month. Let me break it down. Anything in red here is either going to be unavailable because we're out of town or we're using the RVs ourselves. Like this whole first week in June, I was on that Colorado road trip, so neither camper was available for rentals. And then this red down here would be an RV share rental, and then another RV share rental. And then all this cluster right here is when our family went on our own camping trip. The green is Outdoorsy rentals. So this was our Mallard that went out on the 11th, came back the 23rd. Grand Design Imagine went out on the 21st, came back the 28th. So as you can see, there was a lot going on in June. Half of June was just us doing our own things with the camper. And here's our rental income spreadsheet. I'll break it down for you here. Obviously in column A I have all the months, and then if you'll notice that I have January, February, March, and December all blacked out, and that's because we're in Minnesota here and our campers aren't available for rent during those months. Each RV I have in here twice. So I have the Mallard under RV Share and Mallard under Outdoorsy. And then obviously the Grand Design, I have a column for each rental company as well. That'll give us a nice snapshot at the end of the year to see which camper and which company has given us the best bang for the buck. And then we have gross income. So that'll be all the rental income that we've taken in after Outdoorsy and RV Shares cut. Expenses is just payments and insurance. And you'll notice that it went up in March. That's because that is when we added the second camper, the Grand Design. Now, with expenses, I don't have in here all our startup costs, our accessories. You know, we bought a generator and a bunch of equipment to add to the campers. I'm going to do that. I just want to figure out the best way to do that. Hopefully by July I'll have those numbers incorporated. And then you can see also I've gone ahead and done all the expenses for the whole year, so we can kind of see where we're going to be at the end of the year. Net income would be obviously gross income, take away expenses. That'll be what we brought in each month. And then, all right, let's take a look at June. So June, you can see the Mallard through our Vshare brought in 171. Through Outdoorsy, the Mallard brought in 1,062. The Grand Design through our Vshare brought in 659, and through Outdoorsy brought in 743. So our gross income for the month of June was $2,635. Take away our payment and insurance, we netted $2,252 for the month of June. And also keep in mind, we had almost 2 weeks where our campers weren't even available for rent. So not a bad month overall. And I'm kind of hoping July, those numbers will be up a little bit. July, we're actually not even using our campers for personal use at all. So I'm hoping our numbers will be up. And then, like I said, hopefully by July, I'll get the expenses figured out and we'll get a really good picture where we're at. So looking ahead for the year, you can see that to break even, we would need to bring in $4,114 just to cover our insurance and payments. So far this year, we brought in $3,909. So if the rental season ended right now, we'd only need $205 just to cover our payments and insurance. So overall, I would say that we're doing a little better than expected, especially with the slow start with April and May because of COVID. We're just duds of rental months. So June picked up because that's when all the campgrounds started to open up, and July is looking good. August we got some rentals on the books. I even think we got a couple in September now. So things are looking up. So there we have it. That's the month of June. It's been a busy month. It's been kind of crazy. And this isn't easy money. It's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into it. Jamie does all the communication in advance with the renters. That's a lot of work. Keeping track of the calendars is a lot of work. Even prepping the camper, cleaning it when they get back, moving the campers around. I got 2 campers. I keep one in the backyard, one in the front driveway. But, twice a week I'm shuffling those around, and then I got other cars in my driveway that I'm moving around, washing the sheets, washing the rig. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we see the potential. We're going to keep going with it. We see the potential to make extra money, and hopefully now to start using that money to pay down the loans on our campers, and hopefully in a couple of years we can have some paid off campers and then make even more money.
Let's buy a teenager's car this fall.
Yeah, we got a lot of
second teenager.
Got a lot of expenses coming up. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up. We will obviously do this again at the end of July. We just got back from Lake Bemidji State Park. I'm doing a review on that. And in my last video, I mentioned that my brothers and my dad were headed out to Colorado, and if I had time, I'd do a video on that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see it. It's more of a family video. There's kind of some tongue-in-cheek humor and some inside jokes that you might not get. But I did kind of a fun little video of our road trip. If you want to see it, let me know. I'll put it on our channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.